tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths. It is all the more tragic in that they were young, but had they lived very, very long lives they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon became a nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare. You can hear him screaming in the back. The nightmare, the feeling of Full Metal Jacket, the feeling of Full Metal Jackets, yeah, the feeling of Full Metal Jackets, straight from the bottom of the barrel type of living. I was quarantined next to the unforgiven. I'm sanctioned to teach as a Christian amongst the heathens. The air from my delight from satellites that I prefer to breathe in. So the self-inflicted wounds deepens, draws the smell of the rats who realize they had never eaten. Take a part of me, numb it away while I'm still alive through my vital arteries. My strength weakens, barely enough energy to keep speaking. Must refrain from attention seeking, so I suffer in silence. Enter closets to slit skin, grace the blood leaking. I do this every day plus twice on the weekends. But fuck it, next month I'm out in the open. I'm tired of sneaking, sleep late, so I have to wait to do this after brunch. Meanwhile, I'm looking for someone to kidnap, throw in a compactor. Love to hear the bones crunch after the body's been dumped. I look at the clock, just a few minutes after lunch. A manic depressive, hopelessness. You used to hide it, but now I'm out in the open with it. The earth keeps spinning, and the ones who are hiding on a rock or the cause of it makes me nauseous all the way down to my subconscious. Mental disease, if one looks closely, it's quite obvious. Flesh eating, parasites hatching out from the eggs placed in my brain by the living. Must wear the skin of the decomposed corpses left for me that was given. Thank you, now all is forgiven. Death is a blessing, the curse would be for me to outlive him. Mucous membrane, treated as a subhuman, mortally wounded, outcast and flemings while I am to them. No encouragement. I race through life as a fool, suffering from malnourishment. So I take on the moniker of a starving artist. Next victim will use their veins from their arms to make harmony as strings. Play them like a guitarist. That dispose of their body like a deer carcass. Thoughts guide me into the light despite me staring into outer darkness. Kill so fast the blood stains were blue and purple on my outer garments. Another one down. Forensics added that to the list of multiple targets that were exhibited under the white sheets and yellow tapes all over town. Death bombardment, trails of evidence led them straight to my apartment where they found now how neatly organized human organs in separate compartments in complacent order, starting with the eyes all the way to the small intestines from their stomachs, all dead and immortalized from pushing my buttons. The world should have seen this coming, heading in the right direction of mutilization, led by the aspheric compass, right into the bloody blade of my Civil War cutlass, throwing beer like Frederick Douglass. I'm dope and I'm fresher. Subhuman characteristics makes me able to withstand the outcasting pressure. Depression makes me feel better, plus acknowledgement. It makes no sense to hope for a happily ever after. Everybody enjoying life, smiling and screams of laughter. Fucking human race, or rather human waste. Time to seek my next victim. Use their skin and transfigure into leatherface. Tape measure, plus rulers of diagram and draw them the facial texture. Now I come outside with a smile, thanks to the dead man's skin being overdrawn from wearing dentures. Now I sing and teach lectures on human anatomy and bone structures, needing specimens that venture out in the bad weather again. Hitchhiker, while I capture her and her friend. 10 Sisters Revenge, now another edition of my closets filled with skeletons, clothed in different vestures. If I'm caught again, my lawyer is Daniel Webster. He showed me where to hide the bodies. 1800 degrees enough for me to be qualified as a professor. Retort the corpse before I metamorph and held that Snow White so much I didn't see 7 dwarfs.
Over 1,300 pieces of evidence were collected from the crime scene at the Hewitt residence.